Yeah.
The fan base revolted, and that is. I think we all knew about Vol Twitter, but that's when the entire nation learned Vol Twitter.
I think that showed people the power of social media.
Correct.
Because that's how that was thwarted. Was to right, wrong, and different.
On a
I'm just
Sunday.
saying.
Yeah.
At like 6 o'clock.
Sunday, bloody
PM.
Sunday.
Yep. It went down.
It also, I think,
for real.
showed you the power of a fan base, too.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But like now, now fan bases know like you can get things done as a group on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because those guys in it, like higher ups at a university, like presidents and stuff like that, that made that thing not happen. Like they don't understand it, but they're concerned about the image of the university and all of those things. And man, they do not want any part of that. Shut this down.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you just imagine what the conversation was like?
Oh.
I don't care how good a football coach this guy is. Shut this down.
Immediately.
It's not
I
happening.
don't care how right these people are. Shut this down.
Yep.
I don't care how wrong, some of the comments and all that were. Shut it down.
All right, here is.
So ever since then, Shiano has now become the word on this show for things that I'm not allowed to say.
Poop.
Mm-hmm.
Shiano has been around, has been at Rutgers this time for 4 seasons. All right, so he got back up there at 2020 during the COVID year. These are his records that got him extended to 2030. You ready for this?
This is good.
3-6, 5-8, 4-8, 6-6.
That's wild.
Hey, he's turning the corner.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna we'll give you a job of a
To
lifetime.
2030.
Just come on through, brother.
I dread if I ever get a Rutgers game.
Ooh.
I'll never live that down.
Yeah, because you're going to be included with him and Rutgers in social media posts and all kinds of things.
Yep.
Well, you
That'll
could
be
get
fun.
a Rutgers game too.
Yeah.
Man, 615-737-1045. Coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, you'll hear from Mike Vrabel and also Will Levis. We'll play some comments from those guys. Former Tennessee quarterback Josh Dobbs has been benched in Minnesota. Nick Mullins takes over.
Oh, man.
I thought Nick Mullins went to
Mississippi State?
Yeah, but he ended up at Southern Miss, right? Yeah. So, but yes. That was a long time ago, though, right?
I feel like a really long time ago.
I have to look. Dobbs is 3-2 as the Vikings starter, but the last 2 have been not good. Against Chicago, he threw 1 touchdown pass, 4 interceptions. They lost 12-10. Last week they lost. They actually beat the Raiders 3-0. Can you imagine if you had watched that game?
Yes. I almost did. Because I bet on the Raiders and didn't watch because I was like, the Raiders got this. Lo and behold.
Lost 3-0.
3, like, how do you just, yeah. I've been telling you, I've been wrong all week. Go against me. It's go against me day, I think.
Go against you, Day?
Yeah.
All right.
You win.
It has been an incredible journey for Dobbs. Like, somebody needs I'd watch the movie.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
What is he missing?
I don't know. He's 3-2.
But
he wasn't playing. He
It's
didn't play
missing,
well.
right?
Yeah.
Is
It
it
is
just
something.
skill? At the end of the day, is it just flat out arm talent?
He's almost better when he gets there and is like new to the system where he doesn't really even know it and he plays backyard football.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think it could be a situation where he knows too much, and he's analyzing too much.
Overthinks things.
That was a lot of the talk on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Analyzing too much. That's why I used
Like
to hit
he's
in
too
spurts.
smart for his own good?
I can see that. I can see that.
I've heard former players say coaches want dumb guys. Like guys will they don't question, like, do this. This is your assignment on this play, go do it. And a lot of guys are smart.
That far, but yeah.
No, but let me finish. And I know a lot of smart guys are that way too, because like, this is my job. I'm going to do my job. Tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just complete the task.
Right.
But
just repeat what you
there
said.
is something to be said for like too smart of a guy out there. Like they want guys that don't ask why. And like the too smart guy might ask why a little too much for coach. Like I don't have time to explain it to you. Just do it. And sometimes like the too smart guy might overanalyze, might overthink things, and then fail. I think that's life
I
too.
can understand that.
Like
yeah.
if you overthink things, then things fall through the cracks and you miss out on opportunities.
I can agree with that. I also believe that it's just sometimes you're just not a starter.
Right, and maybe that's him. I don't know. Like, it's a good question.
I would love to know. Yeah,
it'd be a good question to ask him.
Like, and that's what I was going to say. He probably got an answer.
And I don't think he would be offended by it. Like, where's the disconnect here? Like, because like you've had tremendous success at various times and like very little success at other times. Like what the range of play for him is great.
Yeah. And it is when it drops off, it drops off.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh man, he had it right there.
And he can't get it back.
Oh. Don't get the opportunity either.
One of these games with the Vikings, he was playing awful in the first half and then had like the best third quarter in the history of third quarters, and they came back and won. And it was weird. Mm-hmm. That was a game where he ran around and like spun around in the backfield and then ran for a touchdown.
Yep. Maybe need more freelancing. Maybe it's the coach's fault.
Yeah, just draw plays in the dirt.
Stop putting all these plays in, man. Let's go play.
If I've got 4 options, I'm going to think it all the way through. And
what you seeing?
Then I don't have time.
Block O-line. If they ain't there, I'm running.
All right, we'll talk Titans-Texans when we come back. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud is in concussion protocol. What's the latest there? What do they do if he can't play? All of that coming up. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, folks? Ron Slay here, man. And I got something for you. Yes, holistic stem cell therapy, your body, your cells, your solution. It's great therapy, people, for concussions or anything that needs reduced inflammation. So you got kids that are, playing a lot more sports earlier and more often. So why wouldn't you start to think about this? Imagine 13 years old, and even if there's nothing wrong, you go in there and you get the cells stored. By the time they're 18 or 19, say you got a significant injury, it's going to have you out for a while, you go back into Kill'emStemCellInstitute.com, get your cells put back in, cut everything in half. Yeah, all the healing, everything. And then not just for kids, I'm just trying to relate it to sports for you. But you can go in there and find out for yourself. Go get the consultation just like I did, 615-850-4415. 615-850-4415. Go in there, ask Dr. Kellum. Have your list of questions for him, too. Promise he won't let you down. Kill'emStemCellInstitute.com.
Good evening from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hunk. As Titans get ready for the game with the Texans this weekend, they've had to make some moves because of injuries. Kyle Pecco as well as cornerback Kristian Fulton have both been placed on the IR. And in doing so, the Titans have also signed 2 players from other teams' practice squads and added them to the 53-man roster. Both defensive linemen, Quentin Bohannon has been added from Detroit, and Keandre Coburn has been added from the Chiefs. The Texans have activated Kiami Fairbairn as he is going to be practicing this week. He's at least activated from the IR. Most likely he's going to be kicking for the Texans on Sunday because the Texans, they cut their other kicker. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
3HL 104.5 The Zone Wednesday edition. A reminder, tomorrow we broadcast live from Buffalo Wild Wings in Dixon. Be there. Titans giveaways, gear, tickets. The Ron Slay Miller Lite Wash Away Toast at 4:45. If you are there, you'll experience that, and you'll get a free Miller Lite.
Y'all better be out there. I'm telling you right now. I might pull the funnel out for this one, since we got real travel for this one.
Yikes.
You okay over there?
That's the thing about eating peanuts.
Oh, they get you.
Man, they get you, man.
It's because of the nut dust.
But this at the bottom.
No, it's all through there. You just don't see it necessarily. It's like microscopic. It infiltrates your system.
What?
Hi, Don Davenport.
Hi.
That's Bond. That's Bond. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
Oh, rancid nuts.
Yeah, those aren't rancid nuts. Those are good. They're dry roasted, salted.
These dry roasted.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Those are dry roasted.
They're not
salted.
rancid
They're good.
nuts.
Oh, okay. They're good nuts.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Oh, let Brian in the house.
I forgot to mention this to you. So in Hunk's update, he talked about the 2 new defensive linemen they signed to the practice squad. One of them is Quentin Bohannon.
Yeah, I couldn't find any information on him.
He's from Cordova, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hey.
Played
His
in Kentucky.
dad is Gangsta Black of 3-6 Mafia.
No.
Hey.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, sir. I kid you not.
Boy, that was
What?
breaking news.
Wow.
No,
We've
seriously.
got to get his dad on.
I looked for information on Quentin
How about that,
Bohannon,
Dude.
and I couldn't find anything other than him in a Kentucky uniform.
Wow.
That is awesome work there.
Nice.
What on? You always in there doing something, man.
Grinding.
And
What
for the
about
remainder
you?
of the show,
What
we'll
about
have 3-6
Keandre?
Mafia coming back.
What about Keandre Coburn? I know he has one career tackle.
My man.
So Keandre Coburn I saw at the Combine. 51 career games at the University of Texas. Started 46, 6'2", 322, I think. But a long dude. That's 77-inch wingspan.
Yeah.
Didn't run a super fast 40. Those guys never do. I think 5.22, but his first 10 was 1.82. Pretty swift for a big fella.
How would Frank Wycheck break him down?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, Frankie.
Yes, definitely true. All right, hey, that's some information.
That
there.
is some info right there, man. Wow.
To get this guy on the field.
Man,
Cordova.
that's crazy. Let me.
He's down there from where Moan is.
Yeah. West Tennessee Finest now.
615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045. Ron Slay is in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the
Sorry,
building.
I got distracted by
I'm in the
something
building.
really cool.
I'm in the building. Yeah, don't look for anything. I'm in Gangsta the Black. I don't building. think it's
We just, you want another announcement?
You got another one?
Tomorrow on 3HL at 5:15, still working out the finalized details because my answer was F yes to the question.
Oh.
And Babs went another cuss word with a bunch of caps.
Franklin, yes.
No, that wasn't mine.
Hockey sticks, yes.
Yeah, that was hers. Slay hadn't gotten there yet.
Oh, I do see now.
Hunk says, yes. Will Levis, Titans quarterback, will join us tomorrow at 5:15.
Boom.
Boom, boom, room activated, Hunk. Be ready, get yourself ready, Hunk.
Hey, now, Mr. Levis is all business. I don't know if he's going to like that.
No.
Let me explain something
get loose.
Let me explain something about this, Babs. You come on this show, I don't care what you like, what you do, what you don't do, what porch you sit on. You're going in the boom boom room. And that's stamped. Lock the door.
By the way, Carl Brandt.
That was Slay's response to the question, Levis tomorrow at 5:15, question mark.
Lock the door.
Yeah.
Kyle Brandt just
Kyle Brandt
released,
from NFL Network.
Yes, just released Angry Runs with Will Levis t-shirt.
Oh, he had one.
Every week, whoever wins it gets a brand new homage shirt.
Yep.
And we all knew that Will Levis would be the first Titan to get an Angry Runs t-shirt, man.
Dude, there's a still shot going out there of Jalen Ramsey just getting buckled over by him.
Yeah, that ain't going to sit well.
I may or may not have already ordered the t-shirt.
That
There we go, Hunk.
that screenshot, by the way, is everywhere.
That's a tough one.
It's everywhere.
You lowered the boom.
Levis is a big dude.
So as a defender, here's the thing. You know Levis is going to do that. So now you're going to try to unload on him.
No, you got him in your sights.
You can't go up there and just try to tackle a normal quarterback down low.
See, that's when he got to get a little trickeration in his bag.
No, that's where he has to just be careful and slide.
Yeah, I don't see him sliding, dude.
It's gonna be tough. He gonna have to though. You're becoming more. The more and more you show, the more and more valuable you become. Hey man,
you heard Dyson yesterday say that fires the team up when a quarterback does that.
Yeah, not the coaches.
Not the coach.
Or the person paying.
Will Levis talked about that. What did Coach tell him yesterday about needing to slide?
It's been a point of emphasis going back to even starting last week. Obviously, needed to take the coaching points a little better. But, I need to make sure that I know that I'm not putting my body in harm's way. Because, my best ability is my availability. And I have to know that.
There you go, Will.
He's figuring it out.
But here's the thing.
Billy Jeans.
He knows that. He's known that. I think there is a switch on this dude.
Yeah.
When he is out there, he's
yeah.
so competitive that it's going to be, I think it's going to be a task for him to realize how important it is to protect his body.
And tell me he didn't know that was Jalen Ramsey trying to come up on him.
No, all he need to know is it's going to take it one time to get that bell. Ding, 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 ding. And I guarantee. And it's some safeties out there that'll love to take the opportunity.
You need to get all the fans to hold signs like it's Forrest Gump telling him to slide. Telling him to stop.
That's right. Speaking of Will Levis, had a lot of energy. We've talked a lot about it. What does his energy level bring to the team in the sidelines?
Yeah, it's interesting because I think, as a quarterback, as a competitor, as a leader, you hear about staying calm, cool, and collected, and there's definitely some something to be said about that, and I feel like I keep myself that way a lot. But when there is those times that you are able to, show your emotions, and this is an emotional game, and you can't have it bottled up all the time. Just be yourself out there and show those emotions and wear your heart on your sleeve sometimes, and just sometimes that's just can bring other guys up with you. So it's just knowing when to use it and being authentic with it.
There you go. Mm-hmm. That's why I think the Will Levis thing about the inner stuff, okay, I think it's important to separate the trying to run over people with the, fired up guy.
Right.
Because, for me, and people are divided
and you've been trying to do that because I put it all together in one, and you were saying, no, you have to separate it.
Yeah, because the run people over thing and trying to tackle a defensive tackle, 300-pound dude up high, no. That needs to stop. Yeah. That needs to stop. The emotional thing, I think, is an interesting debate, and I think it depends on what your personality is on how you come down on this. Because for me, I want people to be themselves. I think you get your best out of people when they have the freedom to be themselves. If you start trying to put walls around them, then I think different things happen. They get confused about who they are and what they are.
That's a great point.
And for Will Levis, he's a fired up dude. That's who he is, though. You know what I mean? You knew that when you drafted him. So can you curb that? I don't think so. I think it goes back to what Slay said. I think with maturity, that will come on his own. But for me, and I know other people disagree and all these things, which is great. Like, if we all agreed on everything, it'd be a boring-ass world. But for me, I just would let him be him. And it's funny because he actually said that in the interview. He said, everything kind of clicked for me when they told me, stop trying to be something you're not. Be yourself. Mm-hmm. And so he found the freedom in being himself.
Can I also say this, too, about that?
I think that's true with all of us and what we do. Yeah. If we tried to be something we weren't, it would not be genuine.
No.
So what you hear from us...
And it would be bad.
...is who
You're still
we
trying
are.
to be something you're not?
Yes.
Can we have a talk about nice. That? It's so weird.
It is weird, isn't it? God, I got to stay witchy. That's a shirt, by the way.
That is a shirt, stay witchy.
That'd be a great Halloween shirt.
The other thing I want to point out, too, is... maybe it's something, too, with him, and we don't know, and maybe we'll see moving forward, but maybe it's something, too, that it depends on what his team needs at that point, too. Like, this is a team where all those rookies are playing, right? And they're all playing together. Right. And this is a team that had 4 wins, and this is a team that their offensive line couldn't protect, and there's all this talk about how the offense can't score and whatever else. And maybe that emotion is something that this team needed really bad in that moment, and he knew that.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm like, listen, he's going to have to curb those emotions at some point because it's going to come back to bite him. Yeah. But the more and more I thought about it, the more I thought, maybe this is a team and an offense, and the players that are actually playing on this roster need that from him at this moment.
I totally get that and agreed, and that's how I felt about it as a vet sitting there watching. If you're watching, like, hey, settle down. But I also believe that when he gets to watching film and things of that nature, coming from a trash talker, I knew it was only so much energy that I was going to be able to put out as far as talking trash when my minutes went up and how much I was valued to the team in that position, what they were going to need from me. I had to cut back and kind of even it out, like, okay, I got to pick my spots better. Yeah. So I think he learns, like, he got to pick his spots when he can. Yeah, he'll learn that. Yep. So, yeah, I'm spot on with that, too, bad.
And I don't know about you guys or all Titans fans out there, but I'm pretty sure I would be A-okay with him picking his spots the way he did in that game on Monday night.
Yep. Yeah, except when he threw the interception.
Well, minus that was
already in the end zone. Like, not going. Like, he's 3 yards in the end zone.
That was
leave him alone.
That was not good.
Leave him alone. Yeah. Come on back, man.
615-737-1045 you want in. We have a lengthy segment coming up. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol. His head slammed against the turf in the loss last week to the Jets after a hit from Jets defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. That'll do it. Stroud did not return. You want to know somebody who gives everything he has no matter what's going on in the season? That guy. Stroud did not return to the game, was placed in concussion protocol. His availability for this weekend's game in Nashville is in doubt. If Stroud does not go, it'll likely be Davis Mills at quarterback with Case Keenum as backup. Wide receiver Tank Dell, that rookie phenom that they love, is out for the year. And leading wide receiver Nico Collins left Sunday's game early with a calf injury, so we'll monitor that situation. Texans are 1 game behind Jacksonville, would be the first AFC team left out if the playoffs started today. More on that matchup next. Your phone call, 615-737-1045. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, these are your guys, man. Holiday season is here, and it's the gift-giving season, and it might be the gift-giving season to yourself. So go ahead and stock up because you never know when somebody's going to pop in. Maybe you're going to have people over. Maybe you're going to have a party. Maybe you are going to have a bourbon tasting, or maybe you haven't thought about that until I just said it. It's a lot of fun. And you could go to Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits and check out Jason and his crew. And maybe you have a bourbon that you love, like Angel's Envy, like I do, and you just don't branch out much. They can help you with that. Tell them what you like, and then they'll branch you out. And then you'll have a selection at home. They can do that with wines as well, and wine is a perfect gift for any and every one this holiday season. Don't show up empty-handed to events. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits has customized baskets for you to grab and go. Make it easy with wine, spirits, local olives, chocolates. Perfect host or hostess gift or that last-minute gift-giving idea. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood by the Publix, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., closed on Sundays. MarylandFarmsWS.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Titans taking on the Texans. Sunday, Nissan Stadium at noon. Be interesting to see how they honor Frank Wycheck.
You know something good coming.
Yep. There are plans underway. Titans favored by 2.5. That's for home field. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm taking them. How could I not? Like I
mean,
might as well better jump on it.
Like Stroud, you're not going to see Stroud, right?
I don't know. I would guess not.
I don't think you see Stroud.
Typically speaking, concussion guy doesn't play the next week.
Right.
Plus, they had another incident with him earlier in the year where he got his bell rung and he was wobbly, went to the sideline, came back the next play, and then wasn't in concussion protocol, and everybody in Houston was like, what?
Yeah.
So you had that on top of this. I doubt they rush him back.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you're looking at Mills. Davis Mills, who is 6'4", 225 pounds, third season out of Stanford, was a third-round draft pick. In the Texans' 19-14 win in Nashville last Christmas Eve, Mills was 17 of 28 for 178 yards, a touchdown, and interception. They were down 14-13, drove the football. He threw the game-winning touchdown pass with 2:52 to go. FPI, Football Power Index on ESPN, gives the Texans a 56.8% chance to win, even though they are a 2.5-point underdog.
Yeah, see, this is when y'all playing little games. Playing little games with our minds. Like, y'all don't, hey, Two-Tone Nation, don't pay attention to that, man. We're going to take that same Miami energy, going to roll right on over to Sunday. That's what's happening. See, I'm no longer confused. I think I see what's going on. I think
You can see clearly now?
Yeah.
The rain is gone?
Ooh, it was blurry. Ooh, it was fog.
There was fog in Boston, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was bad, man. I think my windshield might have been tinted a little bit, and then
Beyond legal limits.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. It is what it is. That is definitely true. What do you think, Babs? Titans a 2.5-point favorite at Nissan Stadium. They've only lost one game there this year.
I like it.
You like the Titans in this matchup?
I do. Especially with the Stroud uncertainty.
Will that Miami game be the game, like when we're looking 3 years from now, that turned that franchise back around?
I mean, that's a little dramatic, Mayor, but it could.
I mean, Sports Talk Radio.
We could, you could a couple years from now bring this up and be like, do you remember that day when I said,
do you
this
remember?
Could be, yeah. And I was like, that's dramatic. Absolutely.
How much more confidence? He was already confident. Like, he's looked comfortable in the pocket since he's trotted out there against Atlanta.
Yeah.
But how much more confidence does that that was an NFL historic comeback. How much more confidence does that give him? How much more swagger? How much more like F you? I'm coming at you.
He needed it, honestly.
Maybe he did.
I'm not sure he
Put a little more
needed
mayonnaise on that sandwich.
in that coffee.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Will Levis tomorrow at 5:15. Hey, Hunk, that means we got to break really early at 5.
Yeah.
And you're not producing tomorrow.
I'm out there.
He can produce.
I'll be like waving at you.
You'll be waving at me.
I'll throw mayonnaise at you to help remind you.
There you go.
Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, y'all, or nothing. Mayonnaise is a divisive topic. I'm just curious. Mayonnaise, mayo, straight up mayo.
100% straight up mayo.
What do you
on
get?
Everything.
Dukes.
Hellman.
Hellman's, grandma style. All right, Hunk.
Neither. They can all burn.
Wow. Okay, just light them up.
You're a mayo guy, right?
I'll do either one of them. I'm the crazy guy. I'll do Miracle Whip. I'll do mayo. I don't care.
I don't give a.
I can hang with Levis. 615. I'm not putting in my coffee. Plus, that whole thing was such a joke anyway. Like, why did people get so wrapped up in that? I mean, we asked him about it at SEC Media Days, and he just kind of shook his head. He was like, man, like.
Yeah, it
and it just
big.
hit.
You know what's funny?
When we talked to him.
I remember, it was probably like 15 years ago, Sarah Walsh telling me Sarah Walsh, who used
She's
to
awesome.
She's awesome.
Yep.
Used to work local TV here in Nashville at WKRN and is now with NFL Network and does NFL games and a bunch of stuff for them now.
It's still here, too.
Like back and forth, yeah.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. But anyway, I remember her telling me her husband was a Major League Baseball player, big into fitness, like body, all of that. He would do mayonnaise or butter, pure butter in his coffee.
Oh, people do the butter in the coffee thing. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
It's because it's the good fat.
It's you have to find a certain kind of butter, though. I've got to look that up. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. I randomly walked into someone's house, like just to have drinks or something, and she was in there. Like
Who, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
and
awesome.
him. He caught like a historic home run. I forget which one it was.
Wasn't
Matt?
it Aaron Judge's 62nd?
It might have been that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think
Because
it
he was in
happened
the
Texas.
he was in the bullpen.
Oh, I was like, wait, he's a pitcher.
He was in the bullpen. He caught
Got
it.
it. That's
I forget what he did with it, but I guess gave it back to Aaron Judge. I don't know. But yeah, he caught that.
Anyway.
So Mills.
I digress.
Yeah. So Mills has actually beaten the Titans twice in Nashville the last 2 years.
It's been a
Yeah.
problem every time. He spins the ball.
Spin it, baby. Chuck in Clarksville. Next up on 3HL 615-737-1045. Chuck, what up?
Hey, Brent. I got a cute little, I think, commercial for Will Levis. You have him and Vrabel kind of like Mahomes and Andy Reid do. Have him leave in the locker room, and Vrabel go, "Where's Levi's? Where's Will Levi's?" And Levis come, "No, it's Levis." He said, "No, it's Levi's." And he writes it out for him. He goes, "No, Coach, it's Levi's." He looks at him and goes, "What are you wearing?" And he looks down. He's got a pair of Levi's. I go, "Levi's, Coach, of course." Vrabel cocks that head a little sideways and kind of goes, "Oh, what do I say?" Then the announcer come on and goes, "Where are the jeans that Will Levis wears? Levi's jeans."
You just wrote that commercial for him.
Chuck, you got the whole thing done. If you see that commercial happen, boy, I mean, lawsuits.
Yeah, boy. You gotta let him do something with that.
Thank you, Chuck.
I still want my phone to figure out that Will Levis is not Levi's.
I think mine might have figured it out. I'm gonna see.
Finally,
It's unsure.
Mine has.
mine has.
Yeah,
it.
it'll still
It
put
like
the little
happened
red
like
lines.
this week.
Yep, it's on now.
Levis?
Yep, and I have the option to click on Levi's.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep.
You
Mine
need the
hasn't
option.
figured. You know what though? Mine still puts shot SHOT when I do not want to put shot in there. So
Big
It's
piece
trying to
of
help
shot.
you, Babsy.
yeah, apparently my phone doesn't get
It
me.
won't correct to the F word either, will it?
Nope. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I love how quickly you
I was
answered
like,
that.
yeah, like, are you trying, Babsy?
Let's go back to Mike Vrabel. You want to hear from Mike Vrabel?
Yes.
Titans coach, talking about the Texans. They have an explosive offense.
I think it's just all about continuing to mix, the coverages and to mix the skies and be sound and make sure that they're tied for first in explosive pass play. So that's a huge challenge. I think that the guys that are rushing obviously play a part in that as well. Can't just sit there in one coverage, show them the look. They do a nice job mixing in, the play action game, and being able to move the quarterback into different spots. And he does a nice job keeping his eyes, downfield and stepping up. So when they've been able to protect them in that first and second down, first and second down windows, they've been able to find spaces and different concepts that they work.
It's interesting. Last 3 games, they're only averaging 16 points per game. And they just got run by the Jets 30-6. Now, C.J. Stroud went out, but he went out late. Like Davis Mills only threw 5 passes. He was 1 for 5.
Maybe a little rusty.
Rusty.
I was thinking about that while the whole while the whole time Fisher was on.
I did too.
I was thinking of the whole
I
time.
almost told
What
Hunk
is
to
wrong with y'all?
I almost told Hunk to play that for him.
I
Like
was,
we're
man.
totally doing that
when
at
we
some
have
point.
our weekly with Fish come Nashville Cat season,
Wait,
that's
did you
coming
just make
out.
an announcement?
Hey, good job, Babsy.
What? We talked to him on
did
the
talk to
air,
him, yeah.
and he agreed to
Just
it.
a little reminder
So
for the
it's
people that-
happening.
Yeah, that's right. Tell him, Babs.
You say it on this air, it is
It's a
happening.
done deal.
You can't go back on it
Nope.
because I'll give you a whole bunch of shot for going back on it.
She will duck
Plus,
you up.
we all know Fishbone is like afraid of you, so there you go.
Yeah.
No, he loves you, so that's great. But he loves coming on the show, and yes, that is the anticipation during arena football season. Coach Fish will join us each week. And we'll talk more
We'll talk everything
than just arena football. But we are excited about that. It's coming in late April. Nashville has an Arena Football League team, and it's going to be fun. A couple of national televised games.
That's right.
As well. Mike Vrabel talking about Quinton Bohannon and Keandre Coburn, who just got signed by the Titans. Rep Bryant had some info on that. Here's what Mike Vrabel said.
Yeah, with guys that we've watched, throughout the course of the year and look to add some young players at this point in time, and both interior defensive linemen that can give us, have played. Q has been active 3 games and played, probably 25 plays a game in 3 games, and so big body. Looked like he played with decent pad level, and excited to work with him and Keandre.
There you go. Excited to work with him. That'll be fun, I guess.
A couple 300-pound guys.
Yeah, hey, need more beef.
Kristian Fulton was placed on IR today. That ends his season. So.
How do I?
Every time you play that song, I look at Slay, and Slay shakes his head.
that ends his tenure with the Titans. Is that what you're saying?
Do you think that's true?
Yes, I do.
How do
I think that's definitely true.
I think.
Done.
Listen,
Gonzo.
I'm sorry, Kristian. I think it needs to be true.
If he's on the IR,
you can't count on him.
If he's on IR for the remainder of the season, if the Titans do make the playoffs, can he get brought off of IR or?
Oh yeah, because it's a 4-week thing. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if you're on the IR at the end of the season, if you can be brought back if needed.
Because they only have 4 games left, right?
Yes.
So if they don't make the playoffs, he's done.
Yeah.
Right. They have
But if they do
two
make the
against
playoffs,
Texans
yeah,
and
bring
Jags and Seahawks.
Y'all think they
gotta come back?
Y'all think they make the playoffs?
If you would ask me on Monday
Monday is the
at like
answer.
5
Hell no.
o'clock, no chance.
But after you talk to Fisher?
Well, no, sorry. If you would have asked me Monday at like.
I thought that's why you said 5 o'clock, because that's what time he came on.
Monday with about 4 minutes to
I
go
was
in the game.
Say, if you would have asked me Monday with 4 minutes left in that game, I would have said, hell no, this team is done.
What needs to happen?
But then also you look at what the rest of the AFC South has done. I mean, nobody wants to win this freaking division this year.
Nobody likes it.
It's funny. Somebody called in and said, like, the big market cities lost and all of the AFC South lost. That means the Titans are going to win in Miami.
And sure enough.
Hey, however you get there, you get there. However you're right, you're right.
Yeah, I
wasn't
also I didn't expect the issues and the collapses for the rest of the AFC South this year, so that's why I say, well, maybe,
Yeah,
I mean,
but remember,
you've got Trevor Lawrence dealing with although he's playing through it, but he's dealing with an injury.
But remember, a couple weeks ago, we actually said that because that's what happened last year. The Titans lost Tannehill, and they had a huge lead, and then lost all of their games.
Look at what the Jags did.
And so we said, what if Trevor Lawrence gets hurt?
Yep.
The difference in this year and last year is you also have the Texans and the Colts that are right there. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But
nobody wants to grab it and run.
Let me see. Who do the Texans and the Colts play?
Oh, I looked this up yesterday.
I mean the Colts. I know what the Texans and Colts play this week.
Texans at Titans, Ravens at Jaguars on Sunday night.
Last week,
I don't know about the Colts.
Trevor Lawrence went 28 of 50, 257 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he's just not right. You know what I mean? And then here's the thing. When you have an ankle injury, and we've talked about this, Slay Dog, you're going to overcompensate, and you might injure something else.
Yes, you will.
On the other leg. Yeah, Steelers at Colts. Colts by 2.5. That's on Saturday. Saturday starts the triple header deal.
Yeah.
So Vikings at Bengals at 12 o'clock. All these games on the NFL Network.
Right.
Steelers at Colts. Colts by 2.5. That's at 3:30. Broncos at Lions. Lions by 4. That's at 7:15. All Saturday triple header. There's also a Friday game too. Chargers without Justin Herbert versus the Raiders, who just lost 3-0 to the Vikings. Buckle up.
So the rest of the Colts schedule: Colts at Falcons. Christmas Eve.
Fighting for a playoff spot.
And then Raiders at Colts.
Fighting, well.
Nah.
I mean, they're about where the Titans are.
And then Texans at Colts to finish it off. So all of that to say, it's not over for the Titans.
But they need to win out, and we need people to lose, though.
And good thing is you can help with those losses because you still have to play the Jags and Texans twice.
Yep.
True.
Which is weird. I don't like it. I don't like that late. I mean, I guess it's hit or miss. It's great for some teams that get it together, and it's not great for others.
Sunday sets the stage.
So here's what's going to happen. If they win on Sunday, they'll be 6-8. And there's so many teams that are right around that 500 deal that they will show up on that little screen that says who's next or who's in it, who's also in it or whatever. They'll show up for the first time this year. If they beat
like
Houston.
the not dead yet line.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what else was? What was the line? What was it 8?
What line?
8.5. Total wins this year.
Oh, for the Titans?
No, I thought it was like
7.5.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because we were all like, that's not. They're going to go over that.
Yeah, we all thought. We all picked over.
And they might.
I went with 8.5 for some reason.
You just messing with people.
Let's win out, y'all. Let's win out.
Change the line. Anyway.
That's exactly what happened. Let's win out, y'all. Let's do it. Let's get Slay some money, man.
All right, that sounds good. All right, when we come back, one more Mark Vrabel. Who's that? Mike Vrabel. Does this game mean a little bit more because it's Houston? That's next for HL 104.5 The Zone.
Ah, love those unis. You know what else I love? My windows from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. You've heard me talk about it. I went through the entire process of finding somebody to replace my windows. Didn't necessarily want to do it, but I had to do it. Maybe you're in the same boat as I am. Well, I did all your research for you. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They're the best, and you can find out, too, if you just want to go look at local reviews. They are a 4.9 on Google reviews. So Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, certainly getting it done here in Nashville. According to a 2022 survey of leading window brands among homeowners, Pella Windows was rated as the leading brand in Nashville, #1 for innovation, voted #1 for the highest craftsmanship, and as the window brand that stands behind their products. And I can attest to that as well, because since they do all the installation themselves, it allows them to warranty their work, and they have the staff in place to make sure it is all done properly and they can support you, the customer. Great sale going on right now. This is the best part. 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months. Go talk to my friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Schedule your free consultation at PellaNashville.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Reminder, coming up tomorrow, Buffalo Wild Wings in Dixon. We'll be running out there. 445, Miller Lite Wash Away Toast with the Ron Slay.
Going down, baby.
For real.
445.
445.
Maybe the funnel involved. Just saying.
Babsy will be headed to Montana.
Moonshine's
So to be
home.
Good cold air for you, Babs.
Babsy, you're looking at a show with from 445 to 6 of me and him after a funneled beer.
It's going to be good.
And Will Levis. Bless his heart.
And Will Levis got to walk into that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Will
this
Levis is set to join us at 5:15 tomorrow, so check that out.
That's going to be good. I can tell you that.
We had him on from SEC Media Days a couple of years ago, and it was a fun conversation with him.
I got to go back and try to find that, man.
He was all business then too. We had to kind of
Did he go in the boom boom room?
pry him out.
Pretty
I
sure
don't
he did.
remember, but we did loosen him up. He was. So what happens at SEC Media Days is a lot of those guys don't know how to take us because we're just different than the other interviews that they do.
In every other interview they did that
So
day.
if they've done like 6 interviews, by the time they get to us, they really don't know. It takes a second for them to be like, wait, what? I can like be myself and have some fun.
Wait, you're talking about things other than X's and O's football?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm not patting ourselves on the back. I'm just saying, like,
No, some people don't like that.
it's true
It's
that
fine.
is how we do our show. Like, it just is.
Well, I think it's interesting to learn more about these players too. Yes, the X's and O's are important and all of that, but like I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know
I've always said that.
personality wise,
It's a
like,
conversation. It's not
Right.
an interview.
and it's also not it's not like you're doing an interview right after a game and asking those kind of things. Like that would be inappropriate, right?
Right.
I
Right.
get it.
So our forum, and we all just naturally agree with this. It's not like we set out to do it. And if you've heard our conversations with people, you understand, like, this is what we do. We want to find out, how did this guy get where he is?
Yep.
What made this successful guy this way? What trials and tribulations did he go through? Because I think a lot of
Because
people
we know a lot of them. They're public.
Right. But I know a lot of people listening are grinding it out every day and trying to bring home and paycheck to paycheck and have all of these challenges in their life that they have to, and obstacles that they have to overcome. And that's why I think it's important for like successful guy on our show to tell what he went through to get here, because you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever job you're doing doesn't make you less important to this world at all.
Yeah.
Be the best you can no matter what you're doing, and other things will pop.
That's right, y'all. You know
Right.
what to say.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm off.
All right.
I'm off my little
Yeah.
It's nice.
try to
little
motivate soapbox thing.
It's a good job.
Life ain't easy, man.
Never will.
But you only get one, so
Bingo.
wake up tomorrow, put your feet on the ground, be the best you can be, best version of you that you can be better than you were yesterday, which is really funny. Will Levis said that in the interview. All I'm trying to do is be the better version of me today than I was yesterday.
And he was.
Love it.
He was.
You were.
I mean, he could have had a totally crappy day outside of the football thing, but that's what we saw, right?
Mission accomplished in football.
3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. You can watch the show anytime, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The F&M Bake Chat is open. Emmett says Ron Slay is a testament to that.
Hey, all right. Emmett, salute.
And I know that's important to you, for you to be able to show people that you can overcome whatever situation you grew up in.
That's right. That's huge.
And
yeah.
be successful.
Without question. Like anything you're going through. And there's going to be pitfalls throughout. That's the thing. Like it doesn't stop just because you turn 18, all of a sudden everything going to be smooth sailing. Or when you turn 21, oh, man, I'm legal now. I can, woo, it's smooth. No, it's get rougher and rougher, yeah.
It doesn't stop for
No, it
people
don't.
that you view as completely successful in all of these things, too. They also have bad. Everybody has bad days. and
Exactly.
things that happen to
Even
you.
when you think you've made it.
Right.
You
Bingo.
still get knocked back down.
So do. Yep. Got to be able to pivot and move, though. Pivot and turn and keep rolling, baby.
That's right.
Mike Vrabel talking about this game. It just took on a lot more importance, man, with that win against Miami. Like now, like Listen, you string together some wins.
Win it.
You got time for this? Is this game more important because it's Houston?
Well, I mean, there's a division game. I think it's a unique situation, having been from where we came from and how we ended up here. The uniforms will be a nice touch to that and everything else. But this is about our guys preparing for the Texans. And we've had some great matchups, since I've been here. Tough games, physical games, division games. So, yeah, there's a lot that is around that, Paul, I think. But most importantly, it's about, trying to get a win in the division.
Got to get that win. What's up next, huh?
That would be Titans Tonight with Keith Bullitt because no 3HL after party, but it's still brought to you by Wickham 180.
Bully.
Shout out to my guys, man. Life Point Church, man. I got the name right. Pastor Pat, man, in Ken Hampton. There we go. Los. I got it right.
That's a big one, Life Point Church.
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. All right. Back at it tomorrow in Dixon. Buffalo Wild Wings later. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you.